Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, this YouTube growth strategy helped me reach 1 million subscribers on my main channel, generate tens of millions of views, make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and get invited by YouTube to teach strategy at their live events. And I guarantee it will help you build your audience and income as well. So let's break it down. The first secret will explode the number of views that you get on your channel, and I've personally used it to generate 34 million views on my main channel over the last year alone. So research has shown that the biggest factor that determines how many views your video gets isn't your camera or editing, it's your video idea. And here's how top creators come up with amazing video ideas. Step 1 is to find a channel in your niche and go to their videos and then sort them by most popular. Step 2 is to find the highest performing video from the last 12 months and then take that idea as the starting point for your next video. The reason this works so well is that this video idea is already proven to work and get views, and your job is just to take that video idea and then make it even better by adding in your own unique angle or perspective. So I literally did this 3 days ago on my main channel that teaches magic tricks. I found a competitor's video that's got 100,000 views called 3 Easy Magic Tricks for the Bar Anyone Can Do, and I just took that idea, I improved on it, and I made this video here which is called 5 Visual Card Tricks Anyone Can Do, and that video's already hit 150,000 views in just 3 days. So all of the top creators do this, and you need to start doing it as well to start pulling in serious views on your next video. But the best idea in the world is completely useless if your thumbnail is average. So how do you make amazing thumbnails that actually get clicked on? Well, that brings us on to secret number 2. So look at all these videos that I've made on screen. Each one has over 1 million views because the thumbnails are just so clickable. So how did I do it? Well, most creators overcomplicate thumbnails. They think that if they cram in loads of graphics and text and logos and objects and all that stuff, it will help them get more clicks on their thumbnails. But actually, the more you add to the thumbnail, the longer it takes for a potential viewer to process it, which means that potential viewer is much more likely just to scroll right past it. Instead, the secret to a clickable thumbnail is to remove as much as possible. And you'll notice that all of my thumbnails follow a simple 2-part formula. There's just one subject and some text. And that's it. There's literally nothing else. And because there's only 2 elements, these thumbnails are really fast and easy to process, making them a lot more clickable. So you should follow this 2-part thumbnail style for all of your future videos as well. Just have your face as the subject and then make sure your text is 3 to 4 words maximum. But here's the thing. I've worked with plenty of creators who make amazing thumbnails that get loads of clicks, but then the audience just leaves the video after the first few seconds, causing their attention graph to look like this. Why? Because they all make this critical mistake in the first 10 seconds of their video that pushes viewers away. So let me show you what I mean. Imagine you went to a restaurant and you ordered a pizza, but when you get your meal, they gave you a salad instead. Well, if that happened to you, you'd probably just get up and leave the restaurant because you'd be pretty annoyed with them. Well, that's exactly how a viewer feels when your introduction doesn't deliver what the thumbnail and title promised. Instead, the first 10 seconds of your video script must match the expectations set by your title and thumbnail. This is so important. Your opening line doesn't need to be clever or elaborate or fancy, simply just restate the title of your video in the first few seconds. So if you're making a video that was titled rating the best coffee machines under £250, simply start off the video by saying, in this video, I'm going to be rating the best coffee machines under £250. That's all you need to do, and this simple trick gets me retention curves like this on every video I make because people just don't feel like they've been clickbaited as soon as they click on the video. Now in a second, I'm going to show you how to actually start making money from your channel, but first, listen to what Mr. Beast has to say here.
So at the very beginning, match the expectations, and then you want to exceed them. So you want to assure people that what they clicked on is what they're getting, and then blow their mind and be like, but you're also getting even more.
So notice how he's saying match expectations in the first few seconds, as I just told you, but then he says you need to exceed them as well. And this brings us on to the next secret, which is really what separates an average video from an incredible one. You see, after confirming what viewers came for, you must immediately blow their mind and let them know that they're going to get way more value from the video than what they initially expected. Because here's the truth about YouTube. You're in a constant battle for attention against countless other creators in your niche, and viewers need a compelling reason to choose you over everyone else. So when you exceed their expectations in the first 30 seconds, you create an immediate authority gap between yourself and your competitors. And there's 3 powerful ways to do this. Firstly, just share your credibility like I did at the start of this video. Secondly, offer a valuable free download. Or thirdly, reveal how many hours you spent researching the video itself. Now don't do all 3 methods or your intro will be too long. Instead, just choose one and then move on to scripting out the rest of the video. And speaking of scripting, scripting, this next secret will double the speed at which you write your YouTube scripts and improve their attention. Now, if you've been doing YouTube for a little while, you already know that writing a high quality script can take hours, sometimes even days, especially when you're trying to make the script really engaging and also valuable at the same time. But there's a little known AI tool that I use on all of my videos, and it's helped me write the scripts for all of these videos that have hundreds of thousands of views, and I've written these scripts in just a few hours. In fact, the script you're listening to right now was written on this AI tool. So it's called subscriber.ai, and it basically analyzes your entire YouTube channel and learns what your unique voice and style is actually like, and then it creates scripts that sound authentically like you, not just the normal AI garbage that like ChatGPT makes. And honestly, this tool will save you hours, so start using it on all your future scripts. I'll leave a link down in the description where you can actually check it out. Now, having a great script is important, but if you get this next thing wrong, then your viewers will never take you seriously. So let me explain what I mean. Imagine two candidates are arriving for a job interview, and one is wearing a wrinkled t-shirt and flip-flops, and the other is just wearing some really professional clothing and a nice clean shirt. Now, even with identical qualifications, you know who's going to be getting that job just based on appearances, right? Well, the same thing applies to your YouTube channel. The moment you appear on screen, your viewers will make the same snap judgment about your credibility. As such, your setup and your body language need to enhance your authority and your credibility, not undermine it. Now, to be honest, you don't need a sort of fancy studio like I've got here, but your camera, your lighting and audio do need to look professional. Even a simple setup with natural lighting by a window and a $50 microphone can look really good if you actually put the effort in to make it look nice. So just make sure you're spending time and effort into how your video actually looks. You don't want to be recording videos in like a messy room on a shaky webcam with lots of background noise, because people just won't take you seriously. So then, at this point, you've filmed your video, it looks really good, the scripting is great, but don't just upload it whenever you feel like it. And here's why. The engagement your video receives in the crucial first hours after it's uploaded impacts how aggressively YouTube promotes it. And if you get this wrong, then all of that effort you put into making the video just kind of goes to waste. And here's where most creators go completely wrong. They just follow generic advice like post on Thursday at 3 p.m. or something along those lines, and that simply doesn't work. Instead, you need to post your YouTube video when your specific audience is most active. And YouTube actually tells you this. Just go to the YouTube studio, then to the audience tab, and then look at this graph here. And can you see the purple zones? That's when your viewers are mostly online. So the strategy is simple. Upload around 1 hour before these peak times so your video is properly indexed and ready when your viewers log on. And a little bonus hack is post it at 1/4 the hour, not on the hour. And the reason for this is everyone else always posts on the hour, so your subscribers might get multiple notifications. But if you post at 1/4, it means your video will be the only notification they get. Now, if you're still with me, then you might be thinking this one thing. Okay, Oscar, I understand exactly what you're saying, but how do I actually make money from my channel? Now, this is where it gets interesting. You see, most people think that YouTube ad revenue is the best way to make money. And look, that does work. I make $100,000 a year from just ads alone on my YouTube channel. But the harsh reality is you need millions of views to get those kind of results. However, the good news is there's actually a faster and easier way to generate income that most creators completely overlook. In fact, most of my students in my coaching program have less than 5,000 subscribers, but they're consistently earning between $10,000 and $20,000 per month from their channel. How is this possible? Well, they sell products and services directly to their audience. You see, when you build authority in your niche, even a small but engaged audience will happily pay for your expertise. And YouTube really at this point is just a trust building mechanism. But what should you be selling to your audience to actually start making real money? Well, there's 3 main options that will make you the most amount of money, which is courses, coaching, and consultancy. Let me show you a real example of this. So this channel you're watching right now, with just 5 videos, generated over $30,000 in its first few months. How is this possible? Well, I simply offered consultancy calls and channel audits. I set up a Calendly link and placed it in my video descriptions, and then charged $250 for a call or $2,000 for a full deep dive and channel audit. And within a few weeks, my calendar was completely booked out with people willing to pay for my expertise. And here's what's amazing. You don't need a massive audience for this to work. Even with just a few hundred dedicated viewers, you can start to generate a lot of money. And if you want to know even more about how you can start doing this, then watch this video here where I break down the fastest way to make $100,000 per year from YouTube. I'll see you there.